A dangerous development has occurred on Ukraine's southern front. Russian forces have captured another settlement in the Zaporizhzhia region and advanced closer to the key city of Huliaipole, increasing the threat on this critical section of the front and potentially having serious consequences for the entire defensive line. The analytical project DeepState reports that the enemy has established control over the village of Krasnogorivka in the Zaporizhzhia direction. This is yet another point in the chain of advances by Russian occupiers deeper into Ukrainian territory. And now, more details in our report. You are watching the Glav Red channel. I'm your host, Yevhen Serar. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. Unfortunately, this is not an isolated incident. Over the course of the most recent months, Russian units have consistently and steadily made significant advances in this specific area, successfully capturing various other nearby settlements and further expanding their strategic line of territorial control, especially near the town of Huliaipole, which serves as an extremely important logistical and defensive hub in the southern region of the country. The Russian offensive in the Zaporizhzhia region has been ongoing for a long time, and Huliaipole has long remained one of the key strategic points of resistance. Based on the latest reports from military analysts, in November, approximately 40% of all territorial gains by Russian occupiers in Ukraine occurred particularly and specifically in the Huliaipole area, which clearly demonstrates significant enemy pressure in this direction. Huliaipole is more than just another settlement, but a highly critical logistical hub, through which essential military supply routes for the defense of various other key areas in the Zaporizhzhia region pass. The potential loss of operational control over it, or a substantial and critical constriction of Ukrainian defenses around the city, could effectively pave the way for further advances by Russian forces toward other important strategic directions and locations. In addition to Krasnohorivka, there have also been reports of Russian advances toward other villages in this area, including attempts to encircle Huliaipole and cut it off from key lines of communication. Military experts note that Russian troops have already entered key villages located directly on the front lines several times, and have fortified themselves there, effectively creating defensive positions for their further offensive actions. Ukrainian defense forces continue to bravely hold their positions and resist these incursions. However, the overall pressure on the front line remains intense and continues to escalate. In the face of the enemy's active offensive, the task of the armed forces of Ukraine is to hold back the advance, strengthen the defense, and prevent the encirclement of Huliaipole and other important strongholds. This is substantiated and confirmed both by official reports from military authorities and by assessments from independent international analytical groups monitoring the evolution of the fighting. This complex situation is further exacerbated by the fact that the Russian occupiers are using their significant numerical advantage in certain sectors and are continuously and aggressively firing on Ukrainian positions while trying to seize full control of the transportation routes leading to key supply centers. It is important to understand that capturing even a small village like Krasnohorivka under conditions of intense fighting is not just a tactical victory, but part of the enemy's broader strategy to break up the defensive line and create footholds for further advances. Russian forces have already successfully seized and occupied other settlements in the surrounding region, and their intensified activity near Huliaipole remains one of the strategic challenges for Ukrainian defenders. The Ukrainian military command, for its part, has traditionally tended to confirm information about the loss of specific strategic settlements in territories with a significant delay, emphasizing that even if they withdraw from certain positions, the defense remains organized and continues. This is a standard tactic to maintain strategic operational flexibility and not give the enemy an advantage in the ongoing information war. Nevertheless, independent analytical sources are consistently recording the undeniable facts of the front line shifting in favor of the Russian army. The situation remains extremely tense and dynamic. Over the course of the next several days, significant international attention will be closely focused on the further strategic actions of both the Ukrainian defense and Russian forces in this specific direction, since even the most minor tactical changes in the front line could have the most profound and serious consequences for the entire defense strategy in the south of the country.